Hello and welcome to the What's Up with PRECorp podcast. This is Tim Velder with Courtney Dixon at Powder River Energy here in Northeast Wyoming. This is Season 1, Episode 3. And we are joined today by CJ Kelly from the Powder River Energy Operations Dispatch. And she's going to tell us more properly her title. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what do you do at Powder River Energy?
Well, as said, CJ Kelly. I originally come from South Dakota, moved over here in 1989. Started my career at Powder River Energy in 2007. And what I started was as a member service representative. So learning to serve our membership, kind of learning the culture, and also that we are here to serve. This is not a company where we're for profit or anything. We're member owned, and that's what we need to keep in mind in every decision we make at work. In 2013, I transferred over to operations, and there, I know the layman term for it is dispatch, but we do so much more than that. And so my title is actually System Operations Controller, which Mom always said I probably should be doing something with control, and now I've got the title.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. But there is so much more to it than just dispatching crews out. So hopefully I can share some of that with you today.
We are looking forward to it. And like we heard you say, you started in 2007 with member service. And at what time did you maybe decide that the system operations was where you were being pulled? How did that look for you?
Well, I think I just wanted to, I had always been drawn towards dispatching, and I don't want to say necessarily telling people where to go, but it was just a draw, something that I wanted to do as a career. I had previously, before my career here at PRECorp, applied at the Sheriff's Department in town to be in dispatch. I was given the opportunity to, 1 week after I started here, be a dispatcher for them, and I had to choose between, do I want shift work or be here and have the opportunity to dispatch and just be a full day. So it has worked out perfectly in that regard.
That's great. I think we got the better end of the deal anyway. We're certainly happy
yes,
to have you here, and I know that our crews are certainly happy to have your expertise. And we'll get into some of that other stuff that you do besides the logistics of where people get to go and hang out. So I think Tim's got some questions about outage management.
Well, of course, that's where the typical member might interact with us is the outage number. Okay, the power went out. Middle of the night, middle of the day, storm, no storm, what's going on? They call an outage number. CJ answers the phone. Walk us just through what kind of process they might experience when they call in.
Okay, so we do have 2 dispatchers in the Gillette area. We cover all of Northeast Wyoming. That is during daytime hours. After hours, you're going to reach our dispatch center in North Dakota. But either way, you're probably going to be asked the location. We will try to find your account by the address or name that the account is under. You might be asked what your meter number is, but we know that most people don't have that memorized, and we don't expect you to.
Right, I don't have mine memorized.
We do need to know where to send the crews. So just have something available that we're going to be able to find it on your account and get that pulled up. With that information, we've got the mapping system, we have your meter number, we have everything in our hands to be able to evaluate everything, get it in the crew's hands, and get them there as quick as possible.
So you mentioned just in passing, what are some of the other things that you do besides outage management? What is in a typical day, or week, what might be happening in your world?
Well, in a typical day, we keep track of work queues, which means as new residential services, commercial services, anything like that, service changes, all of those have an order that they follow. And dispatch falls into that order of getting it to whatever crew, whatever area, to whatever meter tech to keep those jobs rolling along. A lot of times we'll get phone calls for where is my job at, what status, and we're the ones to follow up on that and find out time-wise how long it'll be. You'll have your meter tomorrow. We actually have the capability at our desk that we can energize a service. If it has a meter in it, we can energize it right from our desk. So that really helps when someone is needing power right away, and we don't have time to get a tech there, or it's on a Friday and they don't want to have to wait till Monday. So we can help out people that way as well.
So what's that new technology? Obviously, we didn't have that in 2007.
We didn't. AMI metering, our advanced metering infrastructure, was in place. We started that about 2018, 2019. It is really the benefits, I guess, we're reaping from that is that we can actually know when your power is out before we receive your phone call, if everything is working correctly. There are some logistics with three-phase services versus single-phase services, but I would say 9 times out of 10, we know your power's out before you even call us. And when we receive that notification, the first thing we're looking at is what area. We're contacting the foreman. We're looking up in the system what voltage is there. We can ping the meter. We can look and see if it's just your meter that's being affected. If it's something with a substation, we're looking at a lot of different things. There's so much software there, and we're able to communicate with that meter back and forth to get a fault current map. And I'm probably getting ahead of myself here, but a fault current map created so we can get crews out there and analyze what's going on, get it fixed. The whole goal is get your power back on as fast as possible.
Well, thank you very much. Courtney.
Yeah, it's neat to see all of the inner workings of what happens behind the scenes. I know, I'm a member and Tim is, and you are as well. And so we have our power goes out and we just kind of skip ahead to, I just want it back on. But
yes,
learning about all of those things that have to happen and then thinking about how quick our outages are typically restored is pretty neat. You guys do an awesome job with what you do, and I know we're pretty grateful for that, and I know our members are as well. So what's a final thought you have for our membership before we wrap up for the day?
Just to know that we're doing everything we can. We do also watch a lot of things through SCADA. We're actually managing outages from our desk along with the crews. And so just to keep that in mind, we're here for you guys. If you need anything or even would like a tour of our dispatch center, we are behind 3 locked doors because it is controlling the grid, but you are always welcome. Since we are member-owned, you are always welcome to stop in and we'll give you that tour. I would say final thought with it, just keep in mind that safety is top of our list. Yes, we do want to get your power back on as quick as possible, but our whole culture is around safety. We want you to be safe. That in the way that you would treat every gun as loaded, we want you to treat every down line as live and stay away from those. Call it in, call 911. We'll get our linemen there. We'll get things de-energized and make the scene safe. So I just want everyone to be able to take care of their families, and we'll take care of you.
Well, since we have final thoughts, I have multiple final thoughts, but I was just thinking in terms of, if you look back on the year 2024, quite an active year in terms of not just reacting to storms and fires, but
fires were a big thing.
Yes, restoring things over a period of time. So if I was to drop into the dispatch center, it sounds like you're talking to line crews in multiple locations almost at the same time, and it sounds like you're speaking a foreign language to me. But just what are you guys discussing over the radios? I mean, is there what are you interacting? What's the jive there?
Dialogue there. So any information we can get from the software that we use, fault amperages. So everything that we get from the SCADA system, we can actually plug it into our mapping system, and it will give us an idea of about where the issue is. But more importantly, members might call in and say, hey, I saw a tree in the line at this location. Hey, there was a vehicle accident here. I heard a loud bang before my power went out. All those things are clues to us. That loud bang, we're going to relay that to the lineman. That's indication of a blown fuse nearby. Or maybe it's a transformer, but we can send it to that send the lineman to that location, and the response time is faster. We can get power back on faster just with all of that stuff. So any information we can gather, whether it is from the membership, having eyes out there, or from our software, we're going to get them there faster, and with that response time being faster, our outage restoral will be faster.
Just another question, because
Yes.
I'm a communications guy and I can't stop talking. But, okay, sometimes oopses happen. So you're pushing snow, hit a power pole, moving hay, moving gravel, doing some kind of construction type work. Something happens and you interact with a line or a pole. What's the first thing that person should do, the driver of that vehicle? What's the process they should take?
Stop. Don't get out of your vehicle. I would say everybody has a cell phone with them. Call 911. Stay in your vehicle. I know that you're thinking, well, you have rubber tires. I could just jump out. Just stay there. If it's on fire or anything like that, obviously jump as far away as you can and then shuffle to get away from that vehicle. There's a lot of videos, online videos with that, and I know our REN and communications are out there about what to do in those types of situations. Safest thing, though, is just to stay put until emergency personnel get there. I can tell you that on any fire, any vehicle accident, the sheriff's department, they're all calling us. They want the linemen there to make it safe, not only for people in the area, but for the emergency response people. So we're at all of them, not just outages.
Stop and think is the big thing there, is just don't get too excited about the situation. Think it through and call 911 right away.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Yes.
Just stay put.
All right. Well, thank you, CJ. Courtney, any final thoughts before we close?
Sure. So again, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, or if you have thoughts on more things that you would like to learn about, please give us a call at our 1-800 number, 1-800-442-3630. And we will let CJ leave you with the number to call if you are experiencing an outage. Who should we call?
Actually, that number would get you to...
Get you there, too?
Yep, you can dial 1 from there, or I should say press 1. I just dated myself, didn't I?
Whoops.
Press 1 and you'll get dispatched. There's also a direct line to us if you're having any issues with getting through. Our direct line is 307-685-3548. And that would be just during daytime hours. Otherwise, it's the 1-800 number, so you can get our dispatch center in North Dakota. We'll get to you as soon as we can with them.
Sounds great. Well, that's what's up with PRECorp this month. You can find us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, and anywhere else you're listening. Tune in next month to see who we have online then.
Thank you.